It could be over the phone, it could be when we are talking the way we are talking here. So when you hear those things happening to you, those are depressive symptoms. I don't know whether we were able to interact with the PHQ-9, the depression screening tool, patient health questionnaire. Did we get them? So I wish we could get, and then we can those ones you can assess self. Okay. Yeah, and then we have the anxiety, generalized anxiety. Somebody being nervous, anxious, hata kijiko ikianguka unakimbia. You feel like you have been attacked. Being nervous, being anxious, worrying too much, you can't stop worrying, and then you are irritable. Somebody greets you, how are you? Habari zangu unataka kufanyia nini? And I could see that in the village. Mtu anapita, mama nani unakamua ng'ombe? Unasema hapana, nanika mahindi. You are not responding to the greetings because you are irritable. You are like, si anaona naosha nguo, mbona ananiuliza na anaona. How many of us have been asked that question na tukajibu vibaya? We didn't know. Leo tunajua na tutaokoka. Oh, mimi nishajibu hivyo. Yeah. You are stressed. That is one indicator to show that you are not okay. You are stressed. You go irritable, you get angered easily. You borrow somebody a pen, akirudisha bila ikifuniko ni issue. We will have to look for it before you go for lunch. But the pen can write without the lid, isn't it? Mtu analeta issue tu na kitu kidogo. Nilikupatia kitabu, mbona hii page ya katikati imefold? Mbona imejikunja? You are careless. You start picking a quarrel. You don't know. So anytime you note this, kindly speak out. I know the guidance and counseling or the counseling department, the students, the teachers and all that will be able to listen to you and support you. So this is what I was showing for the sake of those people who came today. The heaviest burden that we carry are the thoughts in our heads. Who feels kichwa ni muzito? Sometimes I also feel the same when I'm overwhelmed. Na ikiwa mzito, you see how does that somebody carry? Yani imemshinda mpaka ameweka kwa mkokoteni. Is this person seeing where he or she is going? Juu ameangalia juu, shida ni mingi, now you are not even knowing where you are going. That's why we are saying we are here to learn. How are you going to cope with the challenges that we go through? The next slide. Now, look at that animal. Which animal is that? A donkey. Another version. A horse. Another version. New? Mew. Okay. Kuna wengine wanaona ni farasi. Wengine wanaona ni punda. It is okay to see what you are seeing. Hata ukiona ni ng'ombe, it is okay. After this, we will know how are we going to develop resilience that will help stop us from seeing things that are not there. Now look at this donkey. Is it happy? We can't tell. But umeona iko the picture is not clear. Imefungwa kwa kiti ya plastic. Na huko nyuma mnaona nini? Nyasi, miti. How long do you can guess how long do you think this donkey has been here, or this horse has been here, or the mare, whatever you call it, the cow? For how long has it been here? Inaweza kaa the whole day, the whole week ikisema my boss is toxic. Amenifungia hapa and I cannot move. Sometimes we see problems kama hii animal yenye problem ni kiti ya plastic that you can easily walk around with, but the way we magnify our problem that it has stagnated us from moving. Sasa unakaa statue, unasema mimi vile nilifanya cuts nikaanguka, there is no need of revising for main exam. Hii university hawanitakii mazuri, wanataka nirudie, afadhali ni transfer niende TTC ama Polytechnic. How do you view your problems? This donkey ama this animal ingeona hii kiti ya plastic, ingesonga iende kwa green pastures na huko. Si mnaona green pastures? But imeamua kukaa hapo. So you are in charge of how you feel. You are in charge of how your day will be like, and that is how it's going to be. Ukiamuka useme leo vile ninahisi, itakuwa siku mbaya. And it will happen. The power of your thoughts, the power of your tongue. Whatever you confess happens. So always be positive on the things we say about ourselves. And it starts all in your mind. If you start saying, I am a failure, anything I touch doesn't prosper, ninakwamanga tu hapo, it will happen. Just say, I am superior, I'm energetic, I am all that thing, and you will be. The doctors in here will tell us it's not easy to earn the PhD or to be where you are today. It is the determination, the resilience, coping with all the stresses for you to be where you are. If somebody says today I'm going to play chess and I'm going to win, it does happen. You are seeing the person playing next to the animal. The animal is stagnated, I cannot move because I'm tied here, and I only leave here when my boss comes to untie me. But the other person is like, today I'm going to play and I'm going to win. Even students confess, I'm going to pass this exam and I'm going to get an A, or I'm going to meet the university grade. Hii lazima campus nimeenda. But kuna mwenye anasema sina maoni, mimi nitaenda TVET. And it does happen. So always be positive. Next. So we were reflecting on prioritizing our work-life balance. When you look at those stones, there's a lot of things ahead of each one of us. As a student, there is much is expected of you from the school, from your lecturers, from your parents, from your friends and everybody. Even the parents here, there's a lot is expected from you at workplace. Your relatives, your parents, your children, your spouses, everybody is depending on you. And these stones are the responsibilities that we have. How are we going to cope with them? How are we going to manage them so that either of our life is not suffering, either work or family or our hobbies and everything. So when we say there is a, this thing is just dancing. The most important thing that we need to note here is that the key is not to prioritize what is on your schedule, but is to schedule your priorities. We take note of that. That is from Stephen Covey. So balance or integration is not better time management, but setting a boundary between your work and your life. Set a boundary. Hii kazi isiingilie familia ama maisha yako pia yasikuje ya karibu kazi. We need to integrate. Next. The Ikigai concept. This is a Chinese philosophy, meaning like finding purpose for existence. Why are you here? Why are you living? Why are you existing? What is your purpose? Isikwe your life uishi, kifika jioni ushukuru Mungu, ukiamka tena uendelee kushukuru, ukuje na uende. Have you ever asked yourself, what is my purpose of existence? Am I just there? Vile ile kiti iko kwa nyumba, ikaliwe isikaliwe, iko tu hapo. What is your purpose? You have to ask yourself these questions. What do you love? What do I love? Ninapenda kufanya nini? This one I can't answer for you. What are you good at? What does the world need from me? And what can you be paid for as an individual? So there is a lot here in this Ikigai concept. What do you love? What is your mission? What is your passion? What are you good at? What the world needs from you? Do you go for vacation or a profession? What are they expecting from you? Then what can you be paid for? Have you ever felt guilty coming to work, not doing anything at the end of the month unalipwa? Do you feel guilty? Ama kaende. Siniko kwa payroll. What is the purpose of living? So those are the things ndio nikuje penye nafaa kucover leo about self-care. Then work-life balance. Next slide. Yeah, this one kwa tunaongea when before most of us came The scale of taking from one and giving from one to another. When you look at the scale, it is separating an individual from life and from work. Amesimama katikati. Work is here, life is here. And I gave this example. How many of us have gone to the butchery to buy meat? And that butcherman is using the traditional weighing scale. Anaweka mawe kubwa hapo and then anakata nyama pande. Is it easier to balance? Unapata nyama overtake, imekuwa heavier than the stone. Anakata kidogo. Then stone inakuwa heavier than the meat. You keep on juggling. Not once, not twice, even 5 times. Baka anasema, sometimes I tell him, sasa wacha nilipe hiyo 520. You know the person is struggling to balance. So when you try to balance, it's hectic, it is cumbersome. What we need to do is to integrate. Meaning, you align your priorities and managing boundaries. If I use my fingers, when I say I want to balance, like this, utapata mkono moja iko juu kuliko ingine. It's not easy to be at one state for a long time. Utapata nimeshuka chini. The other one will be heavier than the other. The other one will be lighter. So when I say integration, hii nimehold very tight. This is my job and this is my life. Nobody can separate me from that because I have integrated. When you look at that wood, there is life here, there is life the other side, and there is work here. They have integrated. You are able to see the boundary. Hakuna mtu ana intrude. Life or work is not intruding to someone else. Either life or work. Kuna boundary. You know when you are supposed to be a worker, you know when you are supposed to be a family person or somebody's daughter or somebody's child and all that activities. So when we say work-life balance, I prefer saying work-life integration. Next. Just a few of these and then we'll now go to discussions. Sisikwe ula alikuja kulecture. So move from work balance to work-life integration. And integration suggests harmonious, fluid interaction between work and non-work roles rather than simply maintaining separation. When you look at that weighing scale, one is heavier than the other. So as an individual, look at how integration works. Look at those circles. Work-life integration. There is that well-being and the mental health. That's why we are here this morning. There is that community and connecting. Are you connecting with other people for social, moral support? Ama ni mtu wa kujikalia. Another depressive symptom I didn't say, withdrawing, isolation. You don't want to interact with the people. So are you connecting with the community or other people for support? Home and family. Are you maintaining? Ama unasema unajua mimi ni lecturer at Kisii University. Do you know how busy we are? You don't want to attend family meetings. You are not going to church because you are marking exams. You are not interacting with your neighbors when you lecture. You remind them. Are you able to interact with them? Are you able to interact with the family and your home? Work and career. Beside doing what you are doing, are you progressing your career or you are just there where you are? And when all those circles, when you see they have integrated, none is suffering. They are balancing. Okay? Yeah, so mental well-being at workplace, this has already been covered. Mental well-being at work is all about the individual, the job, and the working environment. And the individual, the working environment, and the job must work in harmony. And the things we learned about causes of mental illness at workplace, having a toxic, maybe working in a toxic environment, having too much work, strict deadlines, unrealistic targets. So are you able to cope with them and integrate so that you work in harmony? Because this work gives us self-esteem. It helps us to earn a living, and also it gives us an identity. When somebody says, "Oh, ni student wa Kisii University, ni staff wa Kisii University," you are identified using that job. So it is when the interaction doesn't work well, then we say it has an effect on our mental health. So that was an introduction. Now, the topic that I'm taking us through this afternoon is self-care, resilience, emotional regulation. And here we are going to learn about how are we going to build resilience and emotional intelligence and the mindfulness and the relaxational exercises. Hawa wametoroka. So, so this one don't need to project because we are going to do a lot of exercises. And I had initially said, DJ yatuweke kuku dance. Itawezekana? Okay. Ako wapi? Amedisappear pia. So as we prepare to get the kuku dance, the objective of this session is to equip the participants with the practical skills to care for their mental and emotional well-being, and also to strengthen resilience and effectively regulate emotions in personal and professional settings. Also to define self-care. What is this self-care? And distinguish from as a healthy self-care and how to prevent burnout. Also to explain resilience and why it is essential in high-stress environments. And also to understand how emotions work and how stress affects emotional responses. Are you sure DJ yako karibu? I wanted your kuku dance before we proceed. An energizer. Yes, tusimame wote. Welcome back. How do you feel? Nice. How do you feel? Me, I feel good. So I ask a question. When you are stressed up, what do you do to cope with your stress? Microphone najua ziko hapa. Wakati uko na stress, mambo hayaendi, vitu haziingiani, what do you do?
Yeah, myself, when I'm stressed, I take a walk. Yeah.
Yeah,
I take a
nice.
walk. At times I jog. Yeah.
When he's stressed, he takes a walk. Unajua mtu anaweza kukasirisha kwa nyumba, ukiendelea kukaa utalima kofi. Acha tu nijitoe pole pole. Yes.
When I'm stressed, I quarrel with people. Yes. You quarrel with people and jump up and down, and then now when you are confronted, then you now cool down.
Yes. Yeah, wacha aseme. Kila mtu ana yake yenye anafanya. And thank you for being genuine.
Well, when I'm stressed, I tend to keep myself off everyone and try to understand I just go silent. Maybe listen to music or something like that.
Yeah. He keeps quiet. Simu ataweka dunga, asikize music.
Just like him, when I'm stressed, I look for a calm environment where it is just peace. Maybe a place where there's a river. I listen to the flowing of the river. Just calmness. Yeah. I relax my mind.
Yeah. Anaenda kwa mutoni. We call it interacting with nature. Akisikia maji ikienda hivi anasikia vizuri.
Okay, for me, kama niko stressed, I have a lot of friends, so I'll engage myself, calling, taking some stories, tunapiga stories na wao, mostly, but sasa kuingia groups, vitu kama hizo, I block all the notifications. Hakuna.
Yeah, yeye atapigia watu na kuambia, Dr. Rose, it's been long. I saw you last in January 2026. Hiyo ni 2028 nakupigia, trying to explain to you where we met. A way he manages his stress.
Okay, me when I'm stressed, most of the time I do cry.
Yes, it is therapeutic. Anatoa stress kwa machozi, it's therapeutic.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's correct or wrong, but I cry.
It's okay to cry because it's okay not to be okay. Were we told that yesterday? Yeah, it's okay not to be okay. So musimuliza ati mwanaume unalia. Anybody can cry, okay?
Yeah. When I'm stressed, I write. I'm a good poet, so I write.
Yeah, journaling. Yeye ana journal chini ile ma stress yenye imemkumba hiyo siku.
For me, I also cry. I don't want anyone to be close to me because I can be harsh, very harsh. And I listen to music, slow music.
Yeah. She cries and she does not want people around you. Atakugonga bure na anasikiza muziki.
For me, I would rather listen to calm music and then I'll get my mind will calm down.
Listening to music. Now we are noting music is therapeutic.
Okay, me, I can't listen to calm music. I must play very loud music. Yeah.
Yeah, naeka mapanga le high volume.
And I'll be dull. I can't talk to someone.
Okay.
To me, if it's a home stress, I normally cry. Isolating myself, then cry. If it's a stress from school, I normally do TikTok. Ikikataa kabisa, loud music as usual. Yes.
So ukipata comrade volume iko juu, acha kugonga mlango, upunguza volume. Yes. Ana manage stress, isn't it? Yeah.
Alafu for in general term, I normally eat excessively. Yes, I eat. Then I look for a peaceful place. Then I.
Yeah, you need to eat. Do we eat to live or we live to eat? At that time, we live to eat.
For me, I usually meditate. And apart from meditating, I try to control my nervous system, to regulate my nervous system, to release the anxiety in me, and also do breath works.
Yeah. Pande ingine, as they think of that.
Hi.
Is it on?
Hi, thank you. Mine is a bit different. At times when I feel stressed, I normally switch to my exercise room, and while exercising, I like putting on this motivational speaker. So I tune to YouTube, and I listen to motivational speakers. At times, I can go to, you get your TV or your computer and switch on to YouTube. There is an area on funny encounters. There are those things, I mean, events that really are funny and they make you laugh and that kind of thing. So they help you forget the past. And there is quite a number of things you can do at times, like you can even go for a walk, a long one. So there is a series of things that you can do to, like I'm a storyteller at times. If I come to you and I begin to tell a story, then it means I'm trying to forget what is really disturbing me at the back of my mind. So thank you very much.
Anybody else? Yeah.
For me, when I'm stressed, I sing all the songs that I know. I may not finish one stanza, I go to the next. I just sing, and it continues.
She has just said what I wanted to say, that when I'm stressed, I sing, and I can also be very rough or very loudy. But after, I quickly come back to my senses, and I can overwork when I am stressed. But singing helps me.
Okay, for me, I'll call out a close friend and narrate the whole episode step by step. If it means calling her to come out of class so that she listens to what is killing me. So I'll have to narrate, then at the end of the day I'll feel better off.
In my case, when I'm stressed especially, but before I say that, when I stressed, then I meet a man who is stressed crying like my brother said, then my stress will end there. So majorly I'll take a walk, maybe a nature walk, something of the sort. I see sceneries, then I'll get myself back.
Okay, myself, when I'm stressed up, I love to be alone, very much alone. I love to lock myself somewhere, and when I get out, I don't love to look at nature, flowers. I'd rather go to a neighbor who has flowers and look at the flowers, then I come back.
Okay. For me, when I'm stressed up, I'll stay in the house, nieke playlist ya wakadinali. I'll sing the songs from Munga to Siwasaida, all the songs I'll sing them. Na hiyo siku sitaonekana nje. So that's it.
Yeah, when I'm stressed or find something stressing me, I will look around and see what am I seeing. What am I feeling? What am I touching? What am I smelling? Then I ask myself, why am I in this? Who do I talk to? Then I compose myself and call someone to share with and get the right person.
Thank you very much. All those things we are saying. There is one, okay.
Yeah, I think with me it is all about music, but first I love to start by crying. I said, I find myself, I really want to cry, so I look for this music that can really make me cry. Then after that, all the speakers in my home will start working. It is my identity, even the neighbors know. When they hear the boom, 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 and then you know that is when I practice on my vocals. They all shall sweetly up. If you hear me singing that, I'm stressed out.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a fantastic group. I was in another forum where somebody says akikasirika ametoka job, anaingia kwa nyumba na kuzima switches ti naongei na mtu. Then ako na teenagers, watoto anauliza rada, juu hawashikanishi. How many of us switch steamers na tujasema? Unaingia kama unajua bei ya token. You don't want to see light, you are stressed up. And you want to kuambukiza wengine pia wakae kwa giza. Next, kama ni mzee job imeisha ama ameoshwa kwa betting. I did a presentation of neurocognitive psychiatric gambling disorders. I don't know how many joined. So unaingia kwa nyumba unasema watoto ni wadogo na appetite ni ya fundi. You start complaining. Kids have appetite, let them eat. Hii tissue mnatumia aje? Si niliweka asubuhi. You are now counting how many tissues have. It means people are eating well. Wache ishe ununue ingine. Wanaanza kucomplain. Chakula sukari kwani mnamwaga you start complaining about food. When somebody does that in your house. Ama wewe mwenyewe ukianza kufanya hivyo jua uko na stress. Hebu ongea na mtu tukusaidie ama usaidike. It does happen. Not to everyone but some people, that is how they manage stress. Aongei na mtu, umetoka na bagi kwa kiti, pungulu unazima stima to your bedroom. Unaacha watu nyuma wakishangaa. And the Gen Zs wanaongea shingi ushikanishi, wanakusema leo rada ni gani? Na mokoro, that is what they say. What is self-care? We've already talked the strategies of self-care. When you say self, it means it's you. Sio jirani, you. What is self-care? I'm doing self-care. As you ponder into that, there is a case that happened, is it yesterday? This lady called Lynette. The one who was stressed up, bwana ni kama alicheat on her, akaamua kupika uji, akaweka sumu, akapea watoto. The older one ina twins. 4 years. Then twins ni wadogo. 1 year. Then she traveled and called the neighbor, ebu niangalilie watoto. The lady was depressed, the lady was stressed, hakuwa anajua ongeleshe nani. Sometimes parents who are here, when I tell you my relationship is not working, wacha kusema hiyo ndio tulipitia. Ndoa ni kuvumilia, it leads to this. Ndoa ni kuvumilia. Ile ni wakati wenu ndio ungevumilia. Saa hizi what people don't know how to regulate their emotions. Kitu inamwambia na sukunywe sumu. Anaenda kwa duka, niko na panya zinanisumbua leta rat. Na anakunywa. So people don't know how to regulate their emotions. When they are stressed up, they don't know how to cope with stress. Ndio tunasema they are not having a good mental health. Are you able to cope with the normal stresses of life? Gen Z mkiachwa kwa relationship, what do you do? Unajitia kitanzi, then unamwacha waendelee na ule mwenye uko unataka. Now you even made life easier for that person. The one from, is it Cooperative University, that Campbell guy who killed that lady, Kisii lady. Kama mtu amekukataa, freshers wanakuja September. So ngoje mwingine akuje, you try your luck. Why kill somebody's daughter? The beautiful ones are not yet born. Sindio? Yeah. How are you going to regulate your ukiachwa fanya nini? Achika. Afadhali ya kuacha mapema kuliko akuje kukusumbua wapi? Hapa mbele. Akikuacha it means you people were not meant to be compatible. Wacha kulazimisha. Kunasema kuforce issues. Wacha kuforce issues. Kuna mtu wanasemanga when you marry is when you get the love of your life. So stop kwa in a hurry. You are the love of your life. Wakapa mbele badaja ajakuja. So self-care, these are intentional actions that we do as individuals to protect and replenish our physical and mental health. And these things that we do, they make us to live well, to live better. Self-care, the things that we've talked about. And it's not normally going to the spa. Ati wacha niende massage. It is beyond going to the spa. There is much that you need to do. Having a good rest. Going for vacation. Si kwenda kucommit suicide diani. Vacation ukae by the beach, uletewe juice hapo, ukunywe mdogo mdogo. You will relax na utasahau stress yenye unapitia. And this self-care lowers your baseline stress. And it makes your emotional regulation and the resilience much easier. When you are able to do self-care, you are able to become resilient. You are able to regulate your emotions. Someone who says you walk. When you walk, you are burning the negative energy. Ile ngumi ungepiga mtu kama ungetembea, inaisha na kutembea. So when you see somebody walk, ulize mbona leo unatembea kama mnyama, una gari? Somebody self-caring. Wakugombana, tutajua ni nini. How will you regulate your emotions? It becomes so painful. Umeongea na watoto hawasikii, umeongea na mfanyikazi chenye umemwambia fanye hajafanya. Usigombane, find out why is this person not listening to instructions. So tumesema mtu akiwa depressed ana lack concentration. Maybe the person is depressed. Ile mshahara ulimpea ilienda yote nyumbani, then wamepiga mama tena ni mgonjwa anataka x-ray 2000. Hapa kuna stress sasa, nitaongea boss advance na alinilipa jana. And lack concentration is not able to meet the duties and ulimwassign. Wewe unakuja na kelele, you are killing that person kabisa. So you need to know, how do we support? How are we able to identify whatever challenge the person is going through? And then this self-care, it has a lot of things that has to be covered for you to achieve the key areas of self-care. The physical way of practicing self-care. Sleep. How many hours are we supposed to sleep in a night? In a day? 6 to 8 hours. Wale wenye mnafanya kazi kwa nyumba mpaka 3 mnataka aje? Ama ndio unasoma exam ni kesho unataka kutransnite. That's not self-care. It's a negative self-care. 6 to 8 hours a day. And you will be productive, you will be active, your concentration will be okay. Hautakuwa na headache, hautakuwa irritable. Ushaona mtu ajalala vizuri vile anakuwa na... When people are talking, unasikia mnapiga kelele. Wanashangaa. Sasa wewe usonge, ukache kusikiza kelele. So sleep is ideal. 6 to 8 hours a day. And then nutrition. When we say nutrition, hatutaki kusoma vitu za sijui ni unit gani ya nutrition hapa. The food that you are eating has to be balanced. Simple but balanced. Mseme facilitator alisema nutrition itukule kuku na nyama na samaki. Balance. It must have a protein in your body. You need energy giving food, the carbohydrates. You need the protective foods, the vitamins. Si atumekasirika unakula ugali na ndizi ripe. Hizo sasa ni gani? Ama ugali na avocado, hakuna mboga, hakuna nini. Afadhali ukunywe a cup of glass kidogo tu ama mayai moja, at least ime balance. I say that because I was brought up that way. Ndizi nawekwa uteo, imeiva na ugali sahani mbili. Hakuna kuuliza mboga. Wewe ndio utaona vile ndizi itakuwa mboga ama ugali vile itakuwa mboga, but you have to eat the two that you've been served. So ensure you have good balanced diet. You have good nutrition. Imagine umekasirika alafu kule rikuneni. Nani anajua rikuneni? Matawi ya maharagwe yenye haina nyanya na mafuta ya kutosha na ugali. Hata utakula kweli? Haiwezi enda. When you are stressed up, hata appetite ni mbaya, and then unataka kuleta horrible diet. Hata watoto ukijua wako stress, serve them ugali na sukuma, wataiangalia tu. Watasema ati kichwa inaniuma, bring mayai, watakula ile ugali na walikuwa wameshiba. So ensure that you're having a balanced diet and also movement. We are saying the physical aspect of self-care. Those people said they will take a walk, they dance, they go to the room to exercise. That is physical exercise. We need those exercises when we are stressed up to burn the negative energy. And then hydration. How many liters of water are we supposed to drink in a day? 6 liters. 8 to 12 glasses of water. Rehydrate yourself. See at appetite imekata, you are not drinking water. Again, you start having constipation. Utaanza kukua na headache and all that. Rehydrate yourself. Then the mental breaks. Break from overload. Anything that is giving you stress, move away from it, and then focus on the limits. What are you able to accomplish today? The rest itafanyika kesho. That's why you are employed to be at work from 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. Those are 40 hours a week. Wanajua why you have to be there, because you have to continue working for as long as you live. You are a student for 4 years or 5 years, depending on the course you are doing, or 6 years. You cannot accomplish course yako in 1 year. You have to take breaks. You have to have limits. What you cannot finish everything in 1 day. And learn to say no and don't feel guilty about it. Anything you are not able to accomplish, sema hii kazi sitamaliza leo, I need 3 days to finish. Usipige useme madam, wacha tu nisilale leo nione kama naweza sukuma kidogo. You are hurting yourself. And this will implicate on your mental health. Emotional regulation, we've talked here, emotionally, how? Express your feelings. If you are not sad, wakati huyo mwenye alikugombanisha amecool down, mwambie, unamu-appreciate for the good things amefanya. That is what we normally don't do. We normally start with the negatives. Tangu kuje kwa hii boma, unaweza kuhesabiwa makosa. Appreciate the person for the good things he or she has done. Then say, however, today I was not pleased with what happened. Mtu atalisten. Lakini ukianza kumsomea, war inaanza, mtaanza kupigana. Express your feelings and don't hurt the other person. And also ensure that you are in safe relationships. The students here. There is somebody who suffered. I said I interact with all clients from all populations. Jamaa ameshikana, demu ameshikana na jamaa anamumanipulate. Yenda anamfanyia homework, aenda amfulie. They are both students. Nani amefanyia mwingine homework? I get them. In a decline into her performance because ya kuna kazi mingi ya bibi, kukua bibi ya mtu in college, kumfanyia homework, kufua, anamwambia piga simu kwenu hatuna chakula. You are feeding someone, it's very stressful. So ensure that you are in a relationship that adds value into your life, not the relationship that is interfering with your mental health. So you gauge them. Wenye tumeanza kufua, how valuable is that? It's part of the unit that tunafanya hapa campus. Kama iko mniambie ni C101 ama ni gani? Just do what brought you here and you will enjoy your life. Sio kukimbia nyumbani ati sijapika. Na unapikia nani? Fellow student who is providing yourself. So ensure that you are having good a safe relationship. And then become compassionate to one another. I've noted of late you are not doing well. What could be the problem? I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to support you. What kind of help do you want from me? Let us compassionate with one another. Nisiseme shido seme, hey, hizo zako tupelekea Dr. Njoroge KTRH, psychiatrist. You are stigmatizing someone. Let us be there and talk to someone. Let us feel free, open communication, that I can comfortably walk to you and share my challenges. You support me. Somebody will be coming to take us through psychological first aid. You don't need to be a counselor to offer PFA, psychological first aid. Giving the first line support to someone who needs you. Mtu asikuje Profesa Nyamwanga aseme, nimekuwa na shida ama mzee amenitext ameniacha. Alafu sema mambo yako na mzee mkafanya na huko. Sasa are you supporting me? I need that PFA. I've been bereaved. I've been diagnosed with a chronic illness. Usiseme wewe hata nilikuwa naona unapenda junk food. Naona vile cancer zimekuja. You are not offering support to this person. Unamhurt. So you need to be there for the person. Listen to the person. That those only need someone to listen to them, not offering counseling. Some of the clients come to my room. I have never some I don't even offer therapy, just by virtue of listening. Anasema thank you so much. Sijaipata mtu wa kunisikiza. Second session ndio tunaanza session vizuri. Mostly they'll want somebody to listen to. Kuna mtu anasema mashida zako peleke na huko. Mtu anaenda anajitia kitanzi unasema yenyewe she wanted to talk to me ni vile nilikuwa busy. You start comforting yourself but the guilt will haunt you forever. So first line support tutaisoma in the afternoon and we'll be able to know what kind of support can we give someone. Aiwe ni kwa matanga. Being there for the person. I've ever been called, a colleague of mine lost her son. Then inaambiwa counselor kuja. Mfanyie counseling. HR ananichapa. Sufanye counseling. Somebody is wailing. How do you offer counseling? I was just there with for the person. Niko na tissue ya kumpea kupanguza machozi juu handkerchief umelowa. I carry a packet of serviette wherever I walk. I just have tissues in my bag. Alafu akitaka maji ya kunywa unampatia. That is psychological first aid. Usiende useme mimi ni Professor Nyamwange, Professor of Psychology from Kisii University. I'm here to offer you a therapy, somebody is crying. You have to know at what time do you offer counseling, at what time do you offer psychological first aid. The next thing that you are going to do to learn in the afternoon. Then practically routines. What are you able to accomplish? What are you supposed to do? Tuko bado kwa self-care. Time management. Wacha kusoma the eve of the exam. Anza kuprepare mapema. Come to class on time. Do your assignments on time. Submit your assignments on time. Using chaos. Pendanga tu vita. They have childhood traumas they never worked on. Anangoja tu mchokoze akumwagie kiasi. Unashinda na mtu ni violent, anapenda tu vita. That person is not okay. And then value based, doing things that align with what matters to you. So that is self-care, the things I've been talking about. The intentional ways of managing your physical and mental health. And this one will make you live a good life. When you do self-care. Those people who are working, I normally ask, how many of us treat ourselves? When do unarauka kuja job every day? How many of us have ever treated ourselves? Wengine, tunafanyia watu kazi. Ala. You are supposed to, niliuliza in another forum, and people say they have never tasted yogurt. Yogurt too simple. Wananulianga tu watoto. Hata ambiwe vanilla ina taste aje na you have no idea. Unasema nanulianga tu mtoto. How many of us wameenda Masai Mara iko hapa Narok kuona animals? Wengine tunaona kwa TV. Hey, wangapi wamefika Lake Victoria kuona lake Kisumu? Professor, unaona shule iko na bus. Watuweke mafuta. Umeona penye tunafaa kufika. It is therapeutic self-care. Treat yourself well. Isikuwa unaona sura ya chips kwa TV ama kwa sahani mtu akikula kama unapita kwa street. Hata we itisha ujue ina taste aje. Wapi wame taste pizza? They are not healthy, but how many of us have tasted na KFC? Wangapi wameziona tu lakini tutanunua tukitoka hapa. Yeah, you need to treat yourself. You work so hard, dress well, eat well, live a comfortable life. You are the one working, you are the one sweating, you are the one having sleepless nights. Appreciate yourself. Wengine hatujipendi. Unapata pesa atinanulia dada yangu nguo. Na mlipia watoto school fees anateseka. She has hands and legs. Sijasema msisupport, but yourself, give priority to yourself. You are the one working bwana. Kama kesha huko. We serve ourselves na sahani. Ile nyanya yangu angefunika na ugali. Wangapi wako na sahani kama wewe nyumbani? Iko na shimo, anafunika na ugali kidogo ndio supu isimwagike. And then kuna nice plates in a cupboard. Millennials wataelewa, Gen Z hamwezi elewa. Wamewekea wageni, which visitors, from where? Na hata wakujangi, wanaweza kaa 2 years no visitor comes that home. Masahani ziko kwa kabati. I said sitatumia sahani ya paka. Mimi nitakula vizuri, nitatumia nice cups. Sio ile kikombe ya mabati inachoma mdomo na mkono combined. You have to treat yourself well. Ndio ukuje job kama staff wa Kisii University, student wa Kisii University. You need to treat yourself well. Sufuria imekuwa ndoo na inawekwa unga sahani moja ndio isimwage maji. And they have nice sufurias they have kept there. I normally when I talk to women, naambianga treat yourself well, use clean utensils, be in a clean place. You will feel happy. Sia tumeficha bed sheet ya mgeni na unakufa kabla ulalie. Then relatives wanagawana, wewe chukua za pink, mimi za white. Those are the visitors you are keeping them for. Sleep well in clean sheets, beddings, mattress, everything. Eat well. Now we are coming to resilience. Nili define self-care. Nimesema mimi ni trainer. Who is going to remind me what is self-care? In your own words. In adult learning hakuna definition ya WHO. Yes? Intentional? Yeah. The intentional way of taking care of yourself through physically, mentally. Kujipenda. Nani anajipenda hapa? Nani ajipende tumfunze kujipenda? Tuko na session after this. So taking care, kujipenda. Ujinunulie nguo, ulizange pesa ngapi? 3,000. Unateremuka daraja, unachukua ya 50. Hata wewe vaa nguo ya 3,000. Mtu akikwambia uko smart unasema nilinua ya 3,000. Nitakuonyesha hiyo duka. Acha kuvaa vitu za daraja, wazungu wametupa, wewe ndio na nini. Okay, they are good, but also be smart. Usionange nguo kwa kioo. Hata wewe kama you are able to just keep yourself, buy yourself that nice dress. Then resilience. I said I'm taking us through self-care, resilience, and emotional regulation. Then resilience, the capacity, uwezo wa kuadapt, recover, and keep going after stress. Do you have the capacity to adapt, to recover after stress? How many of us have seen someone, maybe ni mama amefiwa na mzee, alafu anakuja anakuwa mrembo zaidi than huyo mzee akikuwa. Nasema, huyu mama tangu mzee aenda amerembeka, ama yeye ndiye unaona vile amekuwa young. The person had resilience, able to adopt, able to recover and cope after stress. Pengine mzee ndiye alikuwa stressor, who knows? Sijasema wote ni stress, same tu wazee. Mama anaenda ameza ile kelele ya chii. Naongenga na wazee wananiambia maneno. Unaingia tu hivi ni kelele, unaambiwa good for nothing, wazee wengine wamenunua gari, wamenunua nyumba, wewe uko tu hapa. Mwenye alikuzaa angezaa kibuyu tuchotee maji. Mzana shangaa. With the efforts unapeana nyumbani bado unaitwa kibuyu ya maji. Unabaki unashindwa ni nini. So mzee kama huyo bibi akienda si ata thrive. Atasema atalia kidogo, lakini akisema at least nitalala bila kelele, ameenda. But that is not our wish. Our wish as a family therapist is to ensure that you are living in harmony. You are able to cope, understand, and adjust to each other. Unajua weakness yangu na yule tunaishi vizuri. So this resilience is just repeating emotional regulation under stress. Are you able to cope? Tuseme this environment is stressful. Na uta resign, kuna kazi siku hizi, hakuna, haiko, uwezi acha. But how do you cope with the stress? Utashinda ukilia throughout your life? Utashinda ukishout throughout your life? How do you cope? How do you adopt? How do you recover from whatever type of stress you are going through? Kuna mtu kazi itaisha leo, ataangalia seme benefit niko nayo ni 50,000. Wacha nijenge nyumba ya kuku, nifuge kuku. Na anakuwa supplier wa makuku Kisii town. Anafanya better than wakati alikuwa mfanyikazi. Ama anaingia horticulture farming, managu, saga, spinach, vitunguu, hoho. Baka anasema why was I working na ngoja 70,000 the whole year? Ningejua ningekuwa farmer from kitambo. So there are those people who cope very fast. Wengine atasema waliniwekea vitini, wangu ni kama ni mchawi, alifanya nikafutwa kazi. You keep on mourning forever and forever, you suffer, you go into depression, you are on treatment. Are you able to cope after this job? Tuseme imekatika mara moja tu. Are you able to cope? Are you resilient? Before you get the next job, are you able to cope? Ama utashinda hospitali kichwa, mgongo. Unasema kama nyanya yangu atikitu inakimbianga hivi, chua. Siku moja nikamwambia kikuja uniambie nishikilie. Leo nataka nijue hiyo kitu yenye inakuuma. Psychosomatic disorders. Pains that do not have something like can describe them. At least ukisema headache, joint pain, fever, vomiting, somebody anaweza sema hebu pima malaria. But kuna ya things moving in the body. What are those? So also you need, for you to be resilient, you need to have supportive system. You need to have people to talk to. People will help you walk through the journey that you are undergoing. And the people can support you. Watu sipendi ni wale unamwambia shida unaiweka TikTok. Unaambia shida CNN, unapata mtu anakupigia usijali, God will fight for you. Unashinda God will fight for me. Nani si ameniambia ile unapitia you are strong. Hiyo yote wewe ndio unapitia. Don't bridge confidentiality. Be a support system to someone. And if you don't want to support, kama unajua unaenda kusambaza, mwambie mimi nakuanga na shida na ulimi, nitapata nimesema. Ukisikia nimesema usikasirike ama usiniambie. Just do that. Then the meaning of purpose, the ikigai concept that we talked about. What is your meaning of living? Then self-trust from surviving hard times before. Most of us have undergone a terrible time, but you overcome. Unasema kama si Mungu. Unapimia mtu story where you've come from and where you are. Anasema unasema ukweli ama uongo. Are you able to overcome? Are you able to say I survived and here I am as a testimony? Then signs of resilience. How will you know that you are being resilient or this someone is resilient? You recover faster after setbacks. Yenye nimesema somebody loses a job and move on. Loses a parent and move on. Ako na strategy plan B. What else can I do? Kama mtu alikuwa kwa ndoa ya mashida anatoka anasema I'm better as a single mother than when I was working. Even men have moved out. There is one who moved out akaacha simu, nguo kwa nyumba. Kelele ilikuwa mingi na shida. Alitoka tu ni kama anaenda kununua credit. Aje irudi hadi wa leo. And thriving wherever he went. So, and you don't collapse, you don't relapse to where you came from. Unasema nilikuwa nimemove on kidogo lakini shetani tena amenirudisha nyuma. Sometimes tunawekeleanga shetani hata kama alifanya dhambi. Sometimes tunamwekelea. Ako wapi akakurudisha nyuma? Where is he? The thoughts that we have, whatever we feed our mind is what will come out. Wacha kusema shetani ayuko. You can feel difficult emotions without shutting down. Sometimes you undergo a difficult situation and you don't shut down. You are able to overcome. How many of us lost money kwa CBEX? Ama have ever lost money kwa gambling? Ni hapa ni wazuri. Niko na group people lost over 10 million. So tunataka pesa. Account ikuwe saa betting, aviator. Hakuna ndege imeenda na pesa yako. How did you feel? You coped. You are here today as a testimony. You will feel bad that particular time, but life has to move on. Aviator imeenda na pesa yako. Hawana airport, hawana ofisi. You have nowhere to report them. What do you do? Na anajuanga kukwentice. Unaweka 200, unapata 1,000. Unaweka 1,000, unapata 10. Unaomba 50 uweke ndege ina land before ikupatie pesa. Na hakuna mahali utapiga simu. But you have to cope. Life has to go on despite losing that money. CBEX ilikuwa na collapse mwezi wa 4 kama muku wa Kisii mjaingia. But kuna yenye mumeingia optically nimeisha juzi. Ama nyinyi amuku ingia hiyo. I know because I teach more about gambling. So lazima nijue nini inaendelea saizi. CBEX ilikuja and people invested. The first investors got money. Then someone mobilized the family members. Kama Daktari Gladys hapa akiambia familia kuna mahali hapa tunaweza pata pesa ni forex trading. Leta savings zako kwa sako, watu wanatoa. Anaweka na waambia in 40 days pesa ina double. Kila mtu anakupatia 2 weeks system ina crash. How do you go back and tell them pesa imeenda? Si utachinjwa. Mumenyamaza. Ama mnajua mtu alipoteza pesa. So life has to go on. Because there is nothing you can do. You can't report them. It's now to try to cope, live hiyo na hiyo bankruptcy yako until you have to bounce back. Hautashinda ukisema CBEX ama aviator imeenda na pesa. We can't help you because hatuwezi retrieve, hatujui aviator wanakuanga wapi. Tuchukue hata visa tuende kuwaomba msamaha. You don't know. So it's just to learn to cope and never repeat the same mistake. And then you need to adopt than giving up. Don't give up. Adopt and learn on how to cope with it. So I said my topic was on self-care, resilience, and emotional regulation. Now, emotional regulation is the ability to notice, to understand, and respond to emotions without being controlled with them, ama by them. Do you have the ability to notice? Hapa nao ni kama nime overreact. How many of us have ever felt that? Hapa ni kama nime overreact. Unapiga mtoto teka alafu unasema lakini kweli. Na pia uwezi omba msamaha but kana kuhaunt. Kwanza animals zenye zinasafa paka. Umeingia nasema miau. Ile teka inapokea. nyuma ya kabati, nashindwa sasa baba nimefanya nini? Are you able to notice? Are you able to understand? Are you able to respond to emotions without being controlled by them? Kuna ule mtu akikasirika ni thermos pew. Wangapi wamerusha watoto sufuria? Ukigonga na age utaambia nini watu? Wengine wamekufa alafu nasema ati alikuwa na joto kidogo, postmortem ikifanywa. Ama amerogwa. Mumenirogea mtoto juu alikuwa number 1 na wewe ndio umegonga na sufuria. Wengine amegonga their partners. I have one client mwenye alikuwa na hasira akagonga the daughter form 2 na akaaga. Anaanza kusema ati amekuanga mgonjwa for the last 3 days. But ilimuhaunt mpaka akakuja kuconfess kwa session. Ilimuhaunt ako treatment saizi. Cause anaona tu alisema umekuwa na kichwa ngumu form 2 for wanakuwa adolescent ndio imepeak. You do not understand them. And understanding generational differences is not easy. So you need to know the baby boomers, the generation X, the millennials, the Gen Zs, the alphas. How are we able to cope with them? Nani ako na alpha kwa nyumba? Ukimwambia kitu atanyamaza kama Gen Z. Yeah, ni one on one. I have my son namwambia hujafanya homework, anauliza homework inasaidia nini watu? Unaangalia unasema huyu anataka kiboko. We couldn't respond that to our parents. Na unamchapa anasema kwa nini sasa unanichapa? Nimefanya nini? So ungeniongelesha, aniambia niongelesha na sauti ya polepole. Nini mbaya? Don't shout. Then you feel embarrassed. Did I shout? Hawa waogopi, wanaambia teacher hiyo homework ni mingi, tupatie kidogo, na teacher anasikiza. So understanding generational differences, even at workplace, it will help you cope and regulate your emotions. Gen Z atatoka atafunga laptop at 5 aseme poo 5 saa ya kwenda home. You want to finish your work for the day. Unaambia tungemaliza hii, anasema kesho pia ni siku. Alafu nakasirika unasema unaenda kumshtaki kwa HR. This boy, this girl is not embracing teamwork. Understanding generational differences. Unapea Gen Z kitabu asome, asummarize. Ya amezoea TikTok, WhatsApp, email. Na Gen Z, if you are a boss to millennial na generation X, unatuma email anasema password watoto wako nayo wakifunga April watanifungulia. Haizi access. Unapata umekasirika na huyo mtu. Anataka aje. Ama you don't experience that. As tunapenda vitu za kusoma. Au wanataka social media. Uliangalia email yako lini mwisho? Alafu wengine anasema ati password alisahau, kijana mjukuu atamfungulia email. Na wewe unataka report. Haizi fanya. Gen Z wanapenda vitu techno savvy. Sisi wengine tunataka manual because laptops zimetupata along the way. How do you cope with them so that you regulate your emotions, you don't quarrel somebody? And then mkienda kwa HR unajipata wewe ndio mwenye makosa. Aibu. Anarudi akikucheka. How do you feel now? Stress inakuingia, una resign. How are you able to regulate your emotions? How are you able to cope with the different generations? Utapata kama baba hapa, X, niseme X ama gani? Yeye anasema sisi tumekaa Kisii University ikiwa teachers college. Sisi ndio wacha tukufunze kazi. Wewe unajua yako yenye umetoka nayo campus juzi, mnapitana. Mnaanza emotions zinawa overtake, mnaanza kujibishana. So emotional regulations, the purpose of why we are here, it helps regulate and prevents emotions from hijacking decisions. Emotional regulation. Kama wewe ni HR, wacha kuandikia watu termination letters ya haraka haraka. Find out. Saa ingine unamwacha naenda home unaanza kuteseka. Find out why is this happening? Why is this person not performing? We've seen the signs and the symptoms of mental illness at workplace. Absenteeism. Sick offs zinakuwa mingi. Presenteeism. You are on duty doing nothing. Erratic reports. Kazi haifanywi vile unatakikana. Mtu alipata A, mumempatia D-. Akikuja kucomplain wale watu examination center, find out why is this errors happening before you do those letters. When you do letters immediately, it means you are not able to regulate your emotions. You are just being controlled by them. Kuna watu wengi hapa wanatafuta kazi. Find out. Tunasema kuna miaka ikifika, now you start understanding people, learning to cope with them. Are you able to notice? Are you able to understand? Are you able to respond? to the emotions without being controlled by them. So you should not allow your emotions to hijack your decisions. Useme huyu amechelewa, warning letter, na unachafua faili ya mtu. Find out kwa nini huyu mtu amechelewa kazi na imekuwa ni mazoea ya kuchelewa. So we said I'm going to take us through this, and then the relaxation techniques. Sijui kama tutafanya kainaje, time imefika. Sasa tuachie hapo. We were just to breathe in and out. Mindfulness techniques. Where you sit comfortably. I came with this, I thought you were to be in a field where we practice. When you are stressed up, when you are anxious, how do you use relaxation exercises or techniques to cope with them? Tutafanya in the afternoon. Okay, and these ones, they are used to manage stress, anxiety. I will take us through the techniques that we'll use to manage lack of sleep. And the good sleep hygiene. I know most of us saa zingine tunashindwa kulala. Wangapi tunatumia majani jioni ama kahawa? Stimulant, si ndio? Ya kukuweka alert. Alafu uko kwa kitanda, usingizi hakuna, unaingia Facebook. Una scroll, unarudi juu. Unaingia WhatsApp, unajipata umeongeza grupu ya matanga, unaanza kukasirika tena. Na wewe ndio ulikuwa online. What are you doing WhatsApp at midnight? Sio ndio unataka kuona nani ameni add. Unaanza kusema sina pesa, maisha ya kasongo na vitu mingi sana. So we are going to, what are you going to do? The sleep hygiene. Ili tukue na quality sleep, 6 to 8 hours we were talking about. The box breathing, hiyo ya count 4. You in deep breath using your nostril, you count 4 seconds. Can we try that? The 4-4-4 box breathing. Ambulance. So you need to do that when you are hungry. Sasa ile unasikia hasira imekuja, breathe in and out. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds, then breathe out. Usipumulie mtu hivi. Na wewe ukiona mtu anapumua hivyo, fuli. Songa. Ile kitu italandi kwako, you never know. Songa. Kuna wenye anapumua hivyo, I'm able to know mtu mwenye akona anger issues. You breathe like that. Then we have another technique, like the ground exercise, the 5-4-3-2-1. When you are having a panic attack, kuna ile unashtuka, kuna tumeshtuka. Maybe umekutana, nini mnaogopa, nyoka kama mchawi? Mimi naogopa mchawi. I grew up being told kuna wachawi pale, but I never saw one. Mpaka saa hizi sijamuona. But we used to hear, hata kitu kianguka nje unasema ni mchawi. You may get even heart attack. So you are supposed to do the 5-4-3-2-1. 5 when you are having a panic attack, ama you are having acute stress, you are supposed to, where you are seated or where you are standing, what are the 5 things you can see? So you are able to name. Kuna kiti, kuna curtain, kuna dirisha, mlango, vitu kama hizo. Like in this room, what are you seeing? Kuna cameras. 5 things you can see at that particular time. You are diverting your mind from stress to this relaxation technique. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel. What are you feeling? You have no idea. Then 3 things you can hear. Mtu anacheka. When I was in the morning, kulikuwa na music inaendelea hapo nje, utasikia sijui ni hii projector inatoa sauti fulani. There are things you can hear. And then 2 things you can smell. Are we smelling anything? Mna smell nini? Food. And then 1 thing you taste. So when you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Hata hiyo stress ulikuwa na unapata imepungua. I normally say breathe in and out, then the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. And the dancing. The dancing. Nisema how do I manage my stress? Mimi ni kuimba chorus za 1962 sikuwa. I found my grandmother singing na nikazirecord. Ngine najua stanza moja na chorus na switch to another song. When I sing, by the time namaliza chorus I'm okay to continue with the day. So kila mtu ako na way ya kumanage their stress. And then walking. Walk slowly. When you are walking, ukijikua namaanisha uko na shida. You are able to find, am I having burnout? When you walk, you manage burnout. So when in the office you feel worked up, take a walk, fika kwa gate, come back. Slowly, wacha kukimbia. Just walk slowly. Slowly, and you are able to hear that. And sometimes you are supposed to, like you want to scan your body from the feet to the head. Inaweza fika hapa kwa magoti umekwama hapo. Mtu ako na arthritis utajua. Pain iko hapa na take much time akifanya scanning. When you are doing a scan ya karatasi kwa photocopy, inasimamanga mahali. Sinaendanga tu shui. So when you find yourself stuck somewhere, there is a problem. So when you are doing, you can scan, you can do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you can do the box breathing, and then the breathing in and out. So mesema hizi tutazi practice in the afternoon. Those are the relaxation techniques. Somebody is having panic attack, I normally take them for a walk. And these attacks can be brought about the phobias. Mtu akona phobia ya maji, phobia ya height, mtu anakuja siwezi panda lift na nimepata kazi iko 60th floor. Ama 26th floor. Utapanda stairs mpaka juu na ushuke. So we try. Hiyo tunaita relaxation technique. Tuende lift na first floor. How are you feeling now? Nasema hata sijasikia kitu. Tujaribu second floor, fire die tutafika juu na overcome. We call systematic desensitization. We don't do flooding. Umweke tushui atakufeintia hapo kwa lift. Utashinda what to do. So we do it slowly, gradually until somebody adopts. Sawa sawa. And this one is able to manage insomnia, muscle tension, and chronic stress. Progressive muscle relaxation. You move, the scanning I'm talking about. You move down from your feet to the face. You scan. Unakaa hivi ukipanga. Psychologically unajua saa hii niko kwa mguu, niko kwa ankles, niko kwa nini, niko kwa knees, niko kwa thighs, niko kwa tumbo. Ukifika mahali ukwamie hapo kuna issue. You have to know there is a problem and how to manage it. So I think I'll end it there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being active. And thanks for the opportunity to interact with you. Back to you, Prof. Not unless we have someone who has a question.
Imetosha kweli. Where is Gladys? Ama tufanye ile tunasoea nyayo. Ama tuite flowers. All 5 factorial. Factorial. Okay. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1. Let us go. All right, begin. And if you got stuck, then you know there's a problem. I think that was powerful. Sindio? Simasikia vitu vingine hamjawahi sikia. Hata isingine you are like, what does she mean? Where does she mean? When will that afternoon come? Tufanyie hapo nje. Okay. They are whispering and telling me lunch is ready. And they said today, be aware what you are smelling, what you are hearing, what you are touching, and where you are. Know your environment. And that is what should happen wherever and whenever you are, where you find yourself. For lunch. Okay. Mambo ni mengi, lakini wanasema mambo ni matatu. We had planned that we have the 2 presentations at the same time, running one after the other, and this is because jana tukamaliza ya asubuhi, VC aka-introduce, the guest of honor introduced the workshop, after which tukakula, alafu tukachoka, tukaenda tukalala. Na wauliza hivi, can we do that? Tuite mwenzetu mmoja wa mwisho, present, tukule, turudi hapa maswali yetu yote. The facilitators, 3 of them will be around. 3 of them will be around. Wajibu maswali yetu yote. Tuende nje tufanye hizo exercises so that we shall be practicing them at home. You can only direct me. Tufanye namna gani? Also another way. Tuende nje tukule, turudi. Which one? Which one? Hii ya pili ya kwanza? Tukule fast. Chakula iko hapo, itapoa. Wangapi wanasema kweli tutakula in 30 minutes and we come back? Hapana, ndio hawa. Ni wangapi wanasema tumalize hiyo kitu? Sasa mko wapi? You know it's so hard to manage human beings. Tuko wapi? Sasa mimi nikwauliza ni wangapi wako kwa mlengo kwa kukula ndio turudi? Unajua hata msipokuja watu wako online ni wengi. Hakuna kutishia mwingine. Facebook, YouTube wako. Okay. Sasa itakuwa hivi. Tutakula very fast. We have questionnaires on anxiety and depression. You are self-administering. Wewe mwenyewe ndio najibu, wewe mwenyewe ndio tunajimakia, interpretation itapeanwa. Hiyo tutafanya. So you see we have so much aligned for you. We would, the students, we allow you to continue singing here. Na sisi tukidance as we go for lunch. Saa ile wanamaliza hawa muingie, lakini mukule faster than them so that you are here again to begin the afternoon. Sawa? Hapo tuko sawa? Yule ako sawa, hayuko sawa, lazima utajiforce ukue sawa. Na hiyo ndio itakuwa. So I want to thank you so much. Inside here, I see some of our partners have just come, and we'll give you time in the afternoon to say a word. We are many here, we have guests. I want us to pray for lunch. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, we invoke your presence in our lives today. We ask that you bless the food that is before us. As we shall share of it, bless it, let it replenish our bodies for the sake of the physical bodies. We are here for the emotional well-being. Lord, as we continue learning, may we be met our points of need. This is our prayer in Jesus' name. So, guests, facilitators, take lead. We shall follow you. We eat as quickly as possible. I think now, what time is it, Rose? 1:18. Let's be here exactly 2. Exactly 2. Kenyan time. like to be dancing as we go out for lunch. Give us the music. Tupatie muziki.
Get out, please. Get out, please. Say something.
No. Hello.
We are getting out. Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's get outside.
Gabriel's Omolo lunchtime. Get ready. Yeah. Lunchtime. Tufunge makazi sasa. Twende kwa chakula. Turudi saa 8.